Students, today we are going to start our important topic, which is a Python programming. In that, first we will see what is a Python in introduction. So it is a very easy language as compared to another languages. First you let you clear that about what is a language. So all of you know about the languages. So we are speaking English, Marathi, uh, Hindi, Gujarati, Malayalam. So these are the languages which are used by the human being. Like that, in case of computers, they also need a language in order to interact with a user. So there are basically three types of languages. One is a machine language, second one is a assembly language, and the third one is a high level language. Machine language means the language which is understood by hardware directly, or machine language is also called as a binary language. Binary means which contains two numbers, 0 and 1. Next one is a assembly language. It is a middle layer language. In that there is a use of symbols instead of 0 and 1, because for remembering 0 and 1 it is very difficult. Instead of that there is a use of a various special symbols, and that language is called as assembly language. And the third language, or the current language, we can call it as a high level language. High level means which are related to user, or there is a combination of English language and some numbers and some symbols. And high level is very easy for user, but it is difficult for machines. So high level language, so three languages are there: high level, assembly language, and the machine language. So high level, so we are going to use high level language. So for transferring high level language into machine level language, there is a need of two things. One is a compiler, second one is a interpreter. So compiler means it is a translator which translate high level language into machine language directly. Means suppose you have written 10 lines of code or 10 lines of coding, so that total code is converted into machine language by using the compiler, while interpreter is a translator which translate coding one by one into the machine language. Means suppose there are 10 lines of coding, so interpreter take one line first, convert it into machine language, then take second statement, and then convert it into machine language, like that. But in case of compiler, it take 10 statements as it is and convert it into machine language. So Python is comes under high level language. So let us see what is the languages. A simple program can be used to ask the user for information and then calculating things like interesting calculation. Various calculations are there. So all these are done with a high level languages. So first question arises: what is a Python, or why Python is needed? So there are many high level languages like Basic, Pascal, C, C++, Visual Basic, Java, and the Python. So Python is one of the easiest language to learn and use, while at the same time being very powerful. So those who know about the programming languages such as a C, C++, VB, or Java, they know that suppose you want to display one single message, that is a hello world. So in case of Java, you need to create class. In that class you need to create main method, and in that main method you need to write print statement. In case of C also, you need to include two files, include IO stream, then include input stream, etc. Then you need to write clear screen, then you need to create public void or void main, and inside that void main you need to write code for a printf or a scanf. But in case of Python, you don't need to write 4 or 5 lines of coding. You need to write single line, and that is a print hello world. So now you can see that how easy this language Python, because it is a combination of C language and Java language. We will see further how it is get invented, but you keep in mind Python is a very easy language as compared to all other high level programming languages. That's why Python is used for various types of application. So it is used by many of most highly productive professional programmers. A few of the places that use Python extensively are Google, the New York Stock Exchange, Industrial Light and Magic, etc. Also, Python is a free language. Free means you don't need to pay single rupee for downloading Python, and for once you create software in Python, you don't need to pay any rupees for any single rupees for a Python organization. So you are free to uh, sell that product without interfering any organization. And it is also open source software. Open source means you can download, you can change that software, you can interpret it, or you can redistribute that software for various people. So see, so if you have own computer, you can download it from internet. In simple words, you can download freely this particular language. Then question arises, what is a Python? So Python is a recent general purpose and high level programming language. It is available for free and runs on a pretty much very current platform. It is also dynamic object oriented programming language. So let us clear about what is a object oriented programming language. For that, there are two types are there. One is a procedural language, second one is a object oriented language, and currently there is a modular language is also invented. So when you see about the Scratch or robotics coding, in that there is use of a block language, or we can call it as a module language. So let us clear about the object oriented language. So object oriented means the language which is related to object. For that, suppose all of you know that, have you seen car? So I know that 90% of you tell that, sir, we have seen car, but I tell that you have not seen any car, because you have seen objects of car. For example, Fortuner, Nexon, then Altroz is there. So various kinds of cars are there. These all cars are called as objects of car, because all these objects follow the rules of a car. Car means what? So 4 tires, then one steering, seats are there, various doors are there, and then various things. Engine is there, headlight is there, backlight is there, then reverse camera is there, reverse gear is there. So many things are there. So all these called as a object. Like that, in a case of object oriented programming language, once you write code, it is not become a single code, it is get object oriented. Means how many objects are there, on the basis of those objects the code is get replicated, or we can call it as a clone. For example, suppose I have written one program which perform calculations of arithmetic calculations, and suppose for that software there are the 4 users. So 4 users can perform their activity separately without interfering any others activity. So it is called as a object oriented programming language. So this is very difficult concept, but I have tried to explain in a simple words. In next lecture also I will explain. So for today, you just keep in mind, object oriented means it is oriented to the object, and in case of procedure oriented, it is a single code, and once you start your code, you don't have control on that code. It will sequentially executed in case of procedural oriented programming language. So Python offers strong support for integration with other languages and tools, as it comes with extensive standard libraries. It is a very powerful feature of Python that it comes with very extensive standard libraries. So we can call as a Python covers each and every aspect of a programming. Means it has a various libraries which can cover each and every topic. So when you think about, you can write coding for robotics by using Python. You can write coding for a simple calculations. There is use of a Python. You can handle satellites using Python coding. It is also possible with the Python. So for today, we can tell that Python is a very powerful language because of it has a standard libraries which can handle any type of coding or the programming. So Python is a high level general purpose programming language because there are two primary implementations of Python. One is a C Python and second one is a Jython. So Jython, or we can call it as a Java Python or J Python, along with handful of secondary implementations such as a Python.NET. So those who know about other high level languages such as a C, C++, Java and .NET. So Python is combined with these things. So primarily it combined with C language and Java language. So these objects are there. And secondarily it has invented for a Python.NET. So it is a, nowadays you can tell that it is a very easy and very powerful language. So it is a C Python. So it is based on a C language. Jython, it is based on a Java language. Python.NET, it is an experimental implementation of Python designed for a .NET framework. Then comes to features of a Python. So in case of features, you can see in your textbook also, page number 18. So easy to learn. It is very easy language for learning. Easy to read. So once code is written, anyone can read that code very easily. Easy to maintain. Suppose you want to change coding in a specific program, it is also easy to change it. A broad standard library we have seen lastly. So it has a very good libraries which can handle any kind of programs or the problems. Then free and open source, that also we have seen. It is a freely available. It is a free and open. So we can change it and we can distribute it. It is a high level language. It is in interactive mode. So it is a very good language for interactive. Portable. Portable means you suppose you have written code in a Windows platform or in Windows OS. Same code can run in a Macintosh OS or Linux OS also. So it is a portable. Then interpreted, you can run the Python program directly from source code. Internally, Python convert the source code program into intermediates from called bytecodes and translate into native language of a specific system. Next one, object oriented, that we have seen. Just I am going to read it in your textbook what they have provided. So Python support both procedural oriented language as well as object oriented language. In case of procedure oriented programming, the programs is built around procedures or functions which are just reusable piece of program to which data is fed. In object oriented programming, the program is built around the object. See here, the word is around the object, which combines both data and functionality. Next one, extensible. So suppose you have written code and in the next day you want to extend that code with any other language. It is possible if that code is written in Python. Embeddable. So you can embed with C, C++ language. Extensive libraries. So there are various libraries which can handle any browser, FTP protocol, emails, XML, HTML, wave files, cryptography, GUI, etc. Database. Python provide interface to all major commercial databases. So GUI programming. Python also provide graphical user interface programming, means you can use mouse for handling various options present on that particular program. Scalable means it provide a better structure and support for large programs than shell scripting. So let us, next one is a downloading and installing Python. So that part you can see in a textbook. It is very simple. You just visit www.python.org. There is an option download. In that download, you select your OS. Suppose you are using Windows, so you go in a Windows tab, select your and in case of Windows, there are the two versions. One is a 64-bit and 32-bit. Depending upon your OS, you just download it and install it. In this textbook they have provided for Windows and also for Linux also. You just go through these statements, and if you have your PC, you just install it. While installing, if any problem arises, please ask me. I will clear your doubts. So you just use your textbook and install the Python, or afterwards I will provide you one video how to install Python in your PC. Next one, starting Python. So starting means once Python is installed on your PC, how to interact with this Python. So there are simple things. Python program language installed. It is necessary to set up location to store our Python program. means where you want to store your program. So first you select location. Location means drive, and in that drive you can create any folder. Next one, Python file contains extension that .py, such as most of you know about. For HTML file we are using .html, for text file it is a .txt, for a word file it is a .docs or .doc. Like that, in case of Python the extension of file is a .py. So next one, you can see, means once you install your Python, it has a two parts. One is a command line and second one is a scripting. Command line means which contains a black background and white text. So you can easily find out it by using. So you can go in a start. I am explaining about the Windows. Start all programs. There is a, suppose we have installed Python 3.6. In our textbook they have provided Python 3.6. So select Python 3.6, and in that Python 3.6 your version is there, 64-bit or 32-bit, and from that you can select a command line. So once you open command line, you can see on page number 23 which shows a background black and text is a white. So there you just, it will shows 3 greater than symbols. It is a command of that particular Python. You just type there 10 plus 20 and enter. It will display directly answer 30. So it is about the command line. You can use command line as a calculator. So you can perform any kind of and any digit calculation by using the Python command line. Next one, or the second type, is about IDLE. IDLE means integrated development environment. So it is a graphical integrated development environment for Python. It contains Python shell. So here you need to write a multiple line of code. In case of command line you need to write single code and execute it, but in case of script you can write multiple line of code and at the same time you can run it. So let us see how to start. So there are several ways to start IDLE in Windows. To start Python IDLE, double click on IDLE Python symbol is there. You can go in start in that Python 3.6, and there below the or before the command line there is option IDLE Python. So when you click on it, it will open, and it will open like a notepad. Various options are there. You just type your code, then save it, and then you can execute your code as per your requirement. So how to save, all of you know that. So go in file, save as, and you can provide name .py and save it. Next one, simple program using Python script mode. So let us see simple program using Python script mode. So here you open shell or command line. I prefer you open script, and there you just type hello world. Hello world, write in a double inverted comma because it is a string. So when you write it and enter, it will shows hello world without inverted comma. So inverted comma indicate we want to display this string as it is. Keep in mind, whatever you write in inverted comma, it display as it is. Then question arises, sir, suppose I want to display value of any variable, how to display? We will see next how to display it. So you can create a file, new file. Once you open Python shell, go in file, new file, then you type code. So here one code is given, hello friends, I am new in Python, please help me. So 3 print statements are there. So once you run it, it will display hello friends, I am new to Python, please help me. Then question arises, how to save? You just go in file, save as, provide name in your location where you want to save that file, .extension py, and save it. It will save the file. You can see that steps in a textbook, page number 27. Then executing Python, once you create your file, you just go there. There is option run after format. So on run you click. When you click on it, it will shows run module, or there is a shortcut F5 key or function key F5. So when you click on F5, it will display your program. Next one, what are the Python character set. So all of you know that for each and every language there are some basics, such as in case of English there are 26 characters, or we can call it as the 26 alphabets. Then in that capitals are there, smalls are there, some numbers are there, 10 numbers are there, 0 to 9. Then some symbols are there, at the rate is there, dollar is there, exclamatory mark is there, single quote is there, double quote is there, question mark is there. So many things are there. All these are called as a character set. Like that human language, in case of Python also there are some character sets. First are the letters, and the letters are English letters A to Z, capital as well as small. Then the digits are 0 to 9. Special symbols, so underscore, opening bracket, closing bracket, opening square bracket, closing square bracket, opening curly bracket, opening closing bracket, plus, minus, multiplication, modulus, exclamatory, and symbol. Negation is there, less than, greater than, less than, equal to. Then dollar is there, hash is there, comma is there, dot is there, colon is there, semicolon is there, single quote, double quote, black slash, etc. So many things are there which are present with Python. Then the white spaces, it is important. White spaces means the space we need to provide between words or between output. So in that, space is there, so all of you know that space button. Then tab is there, all of you know tab button. Then a new line is there, or we can call it as a enter button. So enter is used for a new line. So it is about the character set. So now comes to the tokens. Tokens means, all of you know that token means these are the special things which are used by the any programming language. When you are using your textbook, you can see on page number 31 there is one flowchart which shows Python token. Below that there are the keywords, identifiers or variables, literals, delimiters, operators. So let us see one by one what is the keywords. I am going to explain in simple words. I am not going to read each and every line in textbook. Afterwards you can read it. So keyword means these are the special words which are used by the any programming language, or current which is used by the Python programming language. These keywords are reserved. We cannot create variable of a keyword name. For example, suppose there is a word for, F-O-R. So for is used for a looping. So we cannot create variable as a for is equal to 10, because it is not allowed. Why? Because it is a reserved word or it is a keyword. So let us see what is a keyword. So there are some words in Python that have predefined meaning to interpreter. So keywords are special identifiers with predefined meaning that cannot be changed. So which are the keywords? So and is there, as, assert, break, class, continue, deal, else, if, expect, input, finally, for, from. So many words are there, and you don't need to remember these words. You can remember any 4, 5 or any 10 words about the keyword, because direct question is not arise ask that what is the keywords. So you just keep in mind what are the keywords. So these are the special words. Next one, the variables or identifiers. So all of you know that variables are nothing but reserved memory location to store value. It means that when you create a variable, reserve some space in memory. It is sequence of alphabet and digits, but the first character must be alphabet or underscore. So let us see what is a variable. So all of you know that mathematics in up to the 10th class you have seen x is equal to some value, y is equal to some value. Like that, in case of programming also we can create variables for storing values. So when you create variable means we are reserving memory in a particular hard disk or particular RAM. It means it is a name given for a memory. Variable is not so much difficult. It is just name given for the memory. Now question arises, sir, how much memory it will get allocate or reserve? So it depends on your data. So when you are using numbers, it will allocate some data. When you are using characters or when you are using string, it will allow more number of data or more number of memory spaces. So next question arises, what is a declaring variables? So for declaring variables, the starting letter, suppose I want to create variable name name, so starting letter must be any letter, but which is the only letter will be allowed, not the number allowed. First we will see what the things are required for variables. So you can use characters or alphabet, numbers, and the special symbols. So special symbols only underscore is allowed. So first letter should be alphabet or a underscore letter, or underscore we can call it as a special symbol. Then afterwards you can use any number or you can use any character. So next one, creating variables. It is a very simple one. It is a x is equal to 10. So when we write x is equal to 10, it means x denote one memory location where 10 value is get stored, or we can call it as a 10 is a value which is assigned at the location of a x, because x is a location name. So 10 is value assigned to the x. Suppose next one, y is equal to 25. It means 25 value is assigned to the y variable. So one more confusion is there in case of programming or in case of Python. So there are two types of assignments, means two equal symbols are there. When you use single equal to, means all of you know about the equal to symbol, so it indicate assignment operator. And when you want to use equal to, then you need to use double equal to, means you write that symbol two times. It means we are comparing values. But when you write x is equal to x is equal to 10, it means 10 is value assigned to the x. But when you write x is double equal to 10, it means it will compare value of x with a 10. So next one is a literals. So program must be able to store input somewhere so that it can work data and process into a meaningful manner. So for that there are various literals are there. For example, when you assign a value to variable, we print a value using print statement. Then the assigned value and printed value is called as a literal. So printed values or assigned values are called as a literals. It is also same. Then comes to delimiters. So delimiter means these are the we can call it as a brackets and the symbols. Next one is the operators. Operators, all of you know about arithmetic operators. Then relational operators, logical operators, grouping operators, and the bitwise operator. So arithmetic, plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus, etc. Relational operator, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. Bitwise, ampersand symbol, or we can call it as a and symbol. Then or is there, single line. Then various operators are there, left assign and right assign also. You can see in a textbook page number 37. Grouping means brackets, round bracket, square bracket, and the curly bracket. Next one is about stylistic guidelines of a Python script. So there are two major things or two important things. One is a name and second one is a comment. So when you are choosing the name of identifier, always select meaningful name. Means suppose you want to create variable for storing a value of addition. So you create variable as a addition instead of creating x, y, z, because the variable should explain what type of value it is going to store. So it is an addition. It will easily understand that it is going to store value of addition. So name is there. Next one is a comment. Comment means these are the statements which are used in a program to understand the coding. Means these line of codes are not take part into the execution or into the running code. All of you know about, in case of chemistry we have a catalyst. So catalyst, one rule is there for catalyst, that it will not take part in reaction, but it can increase or decrease the rate of reaction. Like that, comments are used for understanding the program. Means it is not take part in programming or output, it while reading code it will explain that this line is written for that purpose, this line is written for that purpose. So it is called as a comment, and it is denoted by the hash symbol. So when you see in textbook there are various program, or you can see specifically page number 38, which shows hash program to find maximum between two, hash entering value. It means it is just information about the code. So let us see one simple program. A is equal to int input, enter the value of a. What you understand from this line, it clearly you can understand that it is used to take value for a, and that value is assigned into a. So let us see coding. So we are written here a is equal to is single, that's why it is a assignment operator. Then there is a int means integer. So all of you know that integer means whole number, which means we are not using going to use a fractional number. So it is an integer. Inside that there is a input. So all of you know English, input means take input from a user, and while taking input what to display user, and it will shows value, enter the value of a, means whatever value you are going to enter, it is taken by the input function, then that value is converted into integer means whole number, and that value is assigned into a. Same thing is for b. I will explain afterwards. For introduction I am just taking this simple example. So b is equal to int input, enter value for b, and once we have taken two values, now we want to display print addition is equal to a plus b. It is a very simple program. We have written in 3 lines. In case of Java, we need to write in a 6 lines or 7 lines. In case of another language, we need to write more lines of code. Same program I can write in a single line also, but for your purpose I have written in a 3 lines. So it is a 2 values are taken and addition is displayed. Second example is there, which is a quite different or the difficult. Here I am going to explain one more point, which is called as the indentation in case of Python. So see, 2 values are taken, x and y. Then we have written if a is greater than b, colon means it is a command statement. So see that here print is written little bit inside the if, because this print statement is a part of if statement. Keep in mind, so that space between print and the end of this particular screen, it is called as the indentation. When the indentation is used, while writing a command statement or compound statement. I will explain afterwards what are the compound statement, but you keep in mind while writing such if statement or else statement, after the statements after the if statement, you write inside means little bit space between that statement. So if a is greater than b, print max number is a. See here, double inverted comma, it indicate as it is, and the a is written after double inverted comma. It means I am going to display value of a, not a as a character. I am going to display a as a value, and same thing is for a b. You can see in a above program also, addition is written in a double inverted comma, while a plus b is written after double inverted comma. It means I want to display value of a and b addition. Okay. Next part is about indentation that we have seen. Indentation means it is about the space and how the space is used for working with that particular programming. So indentation means so when you think about the various statement, when second statement is a part of first statement, then you always provide space for that second statement as compared to first statement. Next one, data types in Python. It is very simple. Data types means what type of data you are going to handle. So basically there are 3 types of data. Basically it is a integers means whole number, fractions or we can call it as a float number or decimal number, and third one is a string, which is going to handle all types of character. In case of Python, there are, first one is a boolean. Boolean means which stores a flag value, true or false. So we are going to see about such variables which can stores value true and false. Next one is a none. None means which don't store any value, but such data type is also available. Then numeric is there, and in that numeric there are two types. It is a integer and the float, and the last one is a string. So boolean means true false value, or a true and means correct and wrong values. Then none means it is also one type value, means it doesn't contain any value. Numeric, in that numeric there are the integer means whole number, and float means the fractional number such as a 10.20, 20.25. and in case of integer 1, 2, or we can call it as a natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the string means, suppose I want to store value Rotary, Khed, Ratnagiri, any student name, then I need to create variable of a string type. Then address, building name, college name, school name, subject name, student name, any division name, all these are comes under string. So today we have seen these basic topics. In next lecture we will see about what is actual coding and what are the parts of coding. Thank you.